Hi, I am Anna. I come from www.ntvforex.com. Precious metals rose as USD weakened analysis. http ntvforex.com news ID DD473A 7/31/2025 58:44 am. Asia market update. Asia opened mixed. Nikkei lags amid drop in USD. JPY Nasdaq FUTs outperform after tech earnings. FB, Google, AMZN, AAPL. China Jewel PMI data was mixed. Precious metals rose as USD weakened. General trend. US politicians have yet to announce stimulus deal, negotiations continue. Japanese equities decline amid the stronger yen and earnings. Exporters and insurers are among the decliners. SoftBank drops amid possible delay in stock buyback plan. Japanese companies expected to report earnings today include Mizuho Financial, Daiwa Securities, Mazda Motor, Murata Manufacturing, KDDI Corp., Takeda, Japan Tobacco. Shanghai Composite reverses over 1.1% gain during morning session. Declining sectors include banks and property. Tencent rises in HK after US large-cap tech earnings. Apple suppliers also gain. Decliners in Australia include energy, resource, and financial firms. LG Chemical rises over 6% amid better than expected profits and outlook for EV battery unit. US 30-year Treasury FUTs extend gains in Asia. BOJ may issue bond purchase schedule for AUG after the Tokyo close. HSBC is expected to report Q2 H1 earnings on Monday, August 3. Headlines. Economic data. Australia, New Zealand. ASX 200 opened 0.3%. Australia June private sector credit 0.2% v 0.1% EYY 2.9% v 3.0% E. Australia Q2 producer price index PPI QQ 0.4% v 0.2% prior YY 1.2% v 1.3% prior. Australia Treasurer Frydenberg regulations need to keep up with Google and Facebook to release draft of mandatory code for social media platforms. NZ New Zealand July ANZ consumer confidence 104.3 v 104.5 prior. NZ Reserve Bank of New Zealand RBNZ will seek to purchase NZ $940M v NZ $940M prior in government bonds next week. China Hong Kong. Hang Seng opened 0.2%, Shanghai Composite 0.2%. CN China July Manufacturing PMI Government Official 51.1 v 50.8 E 5th straight expansion Non-Manufacturing PMI 54.2 v 54.5 E 6th straight month of expansion. CN China reported to set up bailout fund for state companies, aiming to raise 100 billion Chinese yuan to help avoid bond defaults. China Press. CN U.S. Senate committee passes bill allowing Americans to sue China over coronavirus. Press. CN China National Health Commission coronavirus update for July 30 127 additional cases v 105 prior additional deaths 0 v 0 prior. CN China Politburo reiterates stance to keep growth within a reasonable range monetary policy to be more targeted. Financial Press. U.S. Department of Transportation refuses to approve flights from China, citing China government actions on restricting airlines. CN China PBOC sets yuan reference rate 6.9848 v 6.9902 prior. CN China Bach open market operation OMO injects 20 billion Chinese yuan in 7-day reverse repos v injects 50 billion Chinese yuan in 7-day reverse repos prior net injection 20 billion Chinese yuan v net injection 0 billion Chinese yuan prior. Japan. Nikkei 225 open 0.3%. JP Japan June preliminary industrial production 2.7% v 1.0% EYY 17.7% v 19.3% E. JP Japan June jobless rate 2.8% v 3.1% E. JP Japan Finmin Aso yen has been rising rapidly recently. Yen strength doesn't correlate with trade balance shifts. Shifts in yen will not have immediate impact on Japan economy. JP Japan Senior Finance Ministry MOF official reiterates no comment on FX levels, watching FX markets with urgency, FX stability is important. JP Tokyo reportedly finds GT400 additional coronavirus cases. Press. JP Tokyo Gavkoik Tokyo confirms 463 additional coronavirus cases. Record high. Tokyo must think of declaring emergency if situation worsens. JP Japan Cabinet Office updates economic outlook. Forecasts FY 2021 GDP current year at 4.5% in line with speculation. JP Follow-up Bank of Japan BOJ appoints a new department head overseeing digital currencies. Financial Press. JP Japan June annualized housing starts 790k v 815k EYY 12.8% v 13.0% E. JP Japan July Consumer Confidence Index 29.5 v 28.4 prior. JP Japan May domestic vehicle production YY 61.1% v 46.1% prior. Korea. KOSPI opened 0.5%. KR South Korea June industrial production 7.2% v 2.3% E fastest rise in over 11 years YY 0.5% v 5.0% E. North America. U.S. Treasury Secretary Mnuchin: we are going back to the negotiating table. Best case scenario, deal is done in next few days. U.S. Q2 advanced GDP annualized QQ 32.9% record decline v 34.5% E personal consumption 34.6% v 34.5% E from July 30. U.S. Press Trump questions whether the election should be delayed until it can be done properly, securely, and safely. U.S. Sen-Maj leader McConnell RKY no election date is set in stone. U.S. Texas daily coronavirus-related deaths hit 322 record. U.S. Financial Press. Europe. CN China Commission to EU opposed to unilateral cyber sanctions, says the two sides need more dialogue. Levels as of 1:20 ET. Nikkei 225, 2.5%, ASX 200 2%, Hang Seng 0.1%, Shanghai Composite Flat Kospi 0.3%. Equity SAMP P500 Futures 0.1%, Nasdaq 100 0.7%. 1.1905 euros 1.1837 Japanese yen 104.82 104 Australian dollars and 18 cents 0.7225 0.7183 NZD 0.6707 0.6679 Gold 1.1% at $1,962 ounce. Crude oil 0.6% at $40.13 BRL. Copper 0.3% at $2,9270 lb. Subscribe our channel to receive the news as soon as possible. Thank you for watching. If you want to read real-time news, text messages to MT5 Expert Advisors page at https://mt5.expert.advisors.